Hey y'all, Rick from Ozark Living Homestead. It's I don't know, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. Just fed all the animals. Some of them are kind of hanging around thinking I'm going to give them more food. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull this PTO shaft out. I've already drained the fluid, and I've actually squirted carburetor and choke cleaner in all the ports. There's 3 ports on this thing. I didn't film me crawling under it and undoing the plugs and draining all the fluid out of it and everything. But I've already gone and gotten all the fluid, and I actually got another PTO shaft. I just went ahead and got another PTO shaft. And the reason I did that, I called in to one of the repair shops here that does a lot of tractor work. Been in business for quite a few years. And I was asking them what it would cost to, because there's only 2 places that I know of here that does that kind of work. And one of them's a bigger, more commercialized store, and they do pretty much everything. But anyway, I called in and I asked him what it would cost to go ahead and replace the bearings and the grease seal and everything, to make sure everything was basically new before I replaced it, because I didn't want to replace it with a bearing that could go out in 6 months, or a grease seal that could start leaking in 6 months. It just doesn't. It's not good common sense to do that. Try to save a couple of bucks. I figured it was going to, with labor and everything, because the parts are really, really cheap. The parts are probably 15, 20 tops. But I figured it'd probably be around $60 or so, with the labor up here. I wasn't positive on that. But anyway, I asked the guy about it, and he says, I can do something even better than that. He says, I have a real good deal for you if you want it. He said, I can give you a brand new shaft with new bearing, grease sealed. It's all brand new. He said, just ready to go back in. He said, I can give it to you cheaper than what I can charge you to repair it. So I asked him, I said, well, because I got to know him a little bit, I said, well, what's a good deal? Tell me what's a good deal. And he told me $50 to buy a brand new shaft with the bearing and the grease seal. I've looked at them online, and everywhere I've looked at them online were anywhere from $100 to $125 each. I don't know what he charges normally, but he would have charged me more to repair mine. So anyway, I went on and bought a new shaft. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this in two parts. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shaft out. Like I said, I've already drained it, so you guys can see me taking this thing out. And I've researched it a lot, because there's different kinds of oil that goes in the rear end. I wanted to make sure I put the right stuff in the right place. And then you got hydraulic oil. So I really researched it really good to make sure I get the right stuff. So, all right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this shaft out of here. Okay guys, I'm ready to take this out. And I've already checked this to make sure I get the right socket or whatever, but there's apparently there, at one time or another, someone lost a bolt, and the head of it is a different size, so I have to use 2 different sockets here. But this little small one here, I think, is 5/8. Yeah, it is a 5/8. And the other ones are 11/16. So I've got to use 2 different sockets. So. And everything I saw on the internet, and there are a lot of people on YouTube that put out some great videos, but I watched a bunch of them last night. Again, I just want to make sure I was doing this right. And I've actually ordered a manual, a repair manual. I had quite a few subscribers that actually sent me links and told me different places where I could find it at, and a lot of good and great information. So thank you guys a whole lot. You did a lot of the work for me, which was not a big thing. I mean, honestly, which it was to me. I really appreciate it, but I'm sure I could have found it, but you guys helped me out a whole lot with that. So anyway, I've already ordered one. So it'll help me a lot in the future when I go to repair things on this. And a lot of it is just common sense stuff. But like for instance, I had no idea what type of hydraulic fluid I should use. Gear oil, I didn't know what way to gear oil. You know, and I dropped that bolt. And I talked to the guy where I bought the PTO shaft. Again, he's done this for a living all his life, basically. But what I was getting at, when I went in and bought the shaft, he told me that Friday was his last day. And I asked him what was going on. He said he's just had enough. He's been doing it all his life, and he's in his mid-50s or so, and he's just going to shut down, and he's going to work for a company as a salesman, selling, I think, tractors and stuff like that. I'm not exactly what he's going to be selling, but he couldn't sell the business. Apparently, he's been trying for a couple of years. He wasn't able to sell it, so he was just liquidating and everything. That's how I got what I did. The price I got, and it was a cash price. Of course, some of you guys know what I mean by that. But I went back in his parking lot this morning to get the hydraulic fluid because I had forgotten to get the hydraulic fluid, and he was out. He had already sold out completely, but you could barely get in his parking lot because everybody knows tomorrow is his last day, and he's locking the door. So there were a lot of people there looking for deals, which I don't blame them, and he was really putting it out there so people would come in and buy stuff, and he was cutting everybody deals just to get, stuff sold out. So, but he still has a lot of stuff sitting there. But anyway, I'll try not to take too long doing this. That way you guys can see what the shaft looks like, and then you'll see the new one as I put the new one back in. Well, that one's stuck in there. Two more to go. Well, there we go. One more. That's the 5/8. Rooster, you seem to show up every time I try to do something. I actually think that was a metric bolt, but I got it off. Okay. All right, let's see if we can pry this thing off. Oh, it's popping loose pretty good there. All right. Okay, guys, there's the shaft. Well, that's a pretty long shaft. Well, it would have to be. It goes all the way up to the transmission up front there. But there's what the shaft looks like. And that actually slides in a channel and then up in the spline up there. But as you can see, it turns really good. It didn't leak anything. It was just that one clip, and I'm actually going to repair this. It's just I got that one clip. I'll find a clip and order a clip or something, and the bearings, and go ahead and get it fixed again. That way I'll have a spare. I always have a spare around. All right, guys. I'll walk you over. Just set this here for right now, for the night. Yeah, it'll stay there. And I'll walk you over and show you the other shaft there, and that way you guys can see the other shaft. And then tomorrow I'll make another video me putting the shaft and putting everything back together and filling it full of fluid, and hopefully getting it cranked and getting it running. That way my PTR can use it to do some bush hogging that I am like 8 months or more behind on, because this thing has been down for quite a while. Again, like I said, you know, I kind of let things go, building on the cabin there for a while, and then the PTO shaft kind of messed up on me, and so that gave me an excuse not to have to worry about it for a while. But the problem is the weeds, just everything just took over. I mean, one of the things about living on a place, on a homestead or a small farm or anything, you have to have a bush hog, and you have to keep your equipment running. If you don't keep your equipment running, it will cause you a lot more work in the long run, and I'm learning that. It's not that I didn't want to get it fixed, it's just that, you know, I kind of ignored my priorities quite a bit, and I needed to get that cabin done, at least get enough to live in, get it comfortable, not just for me, because I could have dealt with the camper. Didn't want to spend another winter in that pop-up camper, especially about a week or so ago when it got down to like 7 or 8 degrees for 3 nights in a row. But I did last year, and I made it through it. And but I didn't want my wife to have to live in it. She did have to stay in it for about a week or so till we got enough to the cabin finished up to where we could actually get moved in there, and she was okay with it and everything. It's still not exactly what I want, but and we still have a long ways to go. But at least we're warm. It's comfortable. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna run you over. I'm rambling. I got a bad habit of it, and I've said it before. But I'm going to walk you over here and show you guys the new shaft. I've actually already got it in the back of the truck, but it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I have to go in and feed the dogs. Wife hasn't got home from work, and I've already fed all the other animals, the sheep, the goats and everything. But I'll walk you over and show you the new shaft, and then tomorrow we'll do another one tomorrow. All right, y'all. This is the new PTO shaft. As you guys can see, well, it's a brand new shaft. It's never been used or anything. And I felt better going ahead and putting a new shaft in it for that price. Really couldn't beat it. And that way I can get, like I said, I can get my tractor back up and running and doing good and get some more work done. Because what I like to do is I work on the cabin, especially when I'm working outside on the cabin. At the end of the day, when I'm tired and I really don't want to be up and walking around, standing and climbing ladders, I like to get on the tractor. I can do work on the tractor, but I can do it sitting down. Yeah, I get lazy sometimes, but I got an excuse. I'm getting old too. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. And there's a hydraulic fluid that I've got for it, and then the 90 weight gear oil for the rear end and everything is behind there. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, guys. Like I said, I gotta get in and feed the other dogs, Nemo and Juno, and got a few other things I want to do before it gets too dark out here. I gotta cover up and clean up some stuff. But all right, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy the videos or like the videos, go ahead and subscribe and give us a big thumbs up if you like the videos. And for all you guys that already support my channel, again, I appreciate you guys. But if you like the videos, go ahead and give us a big thumbs up. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll get another video out tomorrow. Like I said, I'll go ahead and put the shaft back in and fill it up with fluid. and get it cranked and hopefully get it running. So have a great night, guys.